You look at something you did and immediately think, why am I like this? A subtle drop in your chest, you replay it, correct it, judge it. The question that we are looking at today from the wisdom of the universe is, so who am I really? And the answer from the book starts with, you are many extraordinary things right now. And who you think you are is exactly who you will wind up being. You are born of God. You are pure gods and goddesses at birth. What I am, you are. And if you saw yourself as God sees you, you would smile a lot. God says, you are goodness and mercy and compassion, peace and joy and light, forgiveness and patience, strength and courage. You are the deepest wisdom and the highest truth, the greatest peace and grandest love. So, what does this actually mean in human terms? And here's the core truth. You are not struggling to become someone. You're repeating who you believe you already are. And let's get precise. The teaching is not trying to inflate you. It's correcting a distortion. Most people were taught directly or indirectly that something is wrong with them. Reminds you of anything? You're too much. You're too emotional. You're not enough. You're too distant. You're too this. You're too that. You should be. You can't be this. You can't that. So if you listen to my other scripts on the teachings, we got domesticated, or the way I like to say it, fear got thrown up onto you of how you should be. And there you are. So identity gets built around correction, fixing, managing. But the teaching says you are already goodness, compassion, truth, and love, not as an idea, as a baseline. Or how I like to connect. I started, don't know if anyone hasn't read my book, I started in IT, PC and network support. That's what I finished my first diploma in. And so your baseline software, when you buy your laptop or you buy your phone, right, brand new one, it comes already pre-installed. You're the purest of purest. Your innocence, your compassion, love, it's there. You're already pre-installed with it. It's your baseline installed software. Okay? That's how I connect. Oh, I also love cars. Windows picked up. Or, so with cars, when you buy your car, right? Everything's already there, mid-condition. Everything works. It's filled with fuel, oil, window shield. Everything is already there. If you have another example, please share. So this part from the book matters. Who you think you are is exactly who you will wind up being. Meaning, your self-concept is not neutral. It directs your life. So if you hold, I am difficult, I am not enough, I always mess things up, you will unconsciously act in ways that confirms it. Not because it's true, but because it's familiar. And this is what it looks like in real life. You make a mistake, and old identity would be, I knew it. This is who I am. The new identity, you pause. And instead of collapsing into it, you separate it. And this is what I teach in the Infinity Method. Witness it, witnessing. I have recorded, you might find it on the YouTube, other videos I have recorded about witnessing and monitoring. Witnessing is that you separate. So if, how I use the examples, I put my child out there. So if you put that belief, I mess things up. If you put it right there and you witness it as yourself from this point, from this angle. So instead of collapsing into it, you separate it. That is something I did, not who I am. And with that, you allow your body to stay more open. In another moment, someone misunderstands you. An old pattern would be over-explaining to defend yourself and to prove your intention. And I'm going to put it in here. Some people actually commit to misunderstanding. And this is where we learn, right? To identify those patterns. So to go back, so your new pattern, right, would be you. The old pattern is where you over-explain, you defend, you prove your intention. The new pattern, you stay steady. And you say, that's not what I meant. And you let that be enough. And you allow whatever needs to for that other person to ask questions if they want to. And you leave it at that. No identity collapse. In another moment, you feel joy, lightness, ease. The old pattern would question it, wait for it to disappear, brace for the drop. The new pattern, you let it exist without suspicion, without needing to justify it. That is also identity. Allowing goodness without arguing with it. It does not mean you're perfect, but in God's eyes, you are. It means you are not fundamentally flawed. And there's a difference. I had a moment with this. I noticed a thought that came in that you should have handled that better. And I felt the shift, that familiar tightening, and I was about to turn into a very old paradigm, old habit. Something is wrong with me. And then I caught it. And instead of following it, I have witnessed it. And I said it quietly to myself, that's not who I am. And then I also have backed myself up is that I'm someone who's learning. My shoulders drop, the tension released, and nothing external has changed. But the way I was holding myself did. And that changed everything in that moment. And that created space for the situation to evolve without me controlling it. And meeting each moment where it was. So let me leave you with this. Are you living from who you've been told you are, or who you can actually recognize yourself to be? I'm going to read the 2 paragraphs left from that answer. God tells us, your goodness and mercy and compassion and understanding, your peace and joy and light, your forgiveness and patience, strength and courage, a helper in time of need, a comforter in time of sorrow, a healer in time of injury, a teacher in times of confusion. You are the deepest wisdom and the highest truth, the greatest peace and the grandest love. You are these things, and in moments of your life, you have known yourself as these things. It's time to see yourself the way God sees you, and choose now to know yourself as these things always, for you are truly magnificent. You don't need to become more. You need to stop misidentifying yourself. If this is landing, stay with me.